What's up, guys? We are back here, and there was some big news from Kayako Games and Jake Son. These are potentially new clips, not this, of Archeage 2 and the graphics and the engine. So this right here is potentially brand new footage of the game being developed in Korea. So let's go back and check that out. Just a few more seconds for you, though. And the videos are linked down below, so if you are Korean, fluent and can translate, please translate. Let us know what they talked about. There's two videos. It's about a 45-minute interview, and there's got to be a lot of great information in here. We don't know too much about Archeage 2 yet. The only thing that we kind of know about Archeage 2 is it's being developed. It's being developed, with Jake Sung at the head, and this looks to be right there a concept art of a town or a village. So the second video talks a lot more about Archeage. They have a lot of clips and video from the prior version, Archeage 1. And look at this. This looks to be in-game footage of the Nui, maybe. That looks gorgeous. So yeah, so if the game looks like that, that's going to be amazing. I can see, so like you can see this video, super long. It's like a dev talk group, it looks like, just bouncing things off each other. And like I said, old clips of Archeage. But I can see this game coming out in 2022. Like, it does look good, but it doesn't look like they're doing anything crazy. It looks like just like, hey, better graphics. And then maybe you're going to keep most of the other stuff in the game. Just improve the graphics, improve the engine, upgrade everything. New story. I mean, they could even just re-release the story, too. Like, the story is not the big deal. Like, Archeage 2 doesn't need a new story. They could just re-release the game and use the same kind of story. The big question is, have they learned anything from Archeage? And hopefully the answer is yes. But again, if you know Korean, you can translate or know what this says. Post it. Let us know, guys. So, tinfoil hat here, hoping that this game launches in 2022 in Korea. And then that means a potential 2023 launch for North America. Would people play it? Yes, for sure. 100%. A lot of people would play Archeage 2. Will it be any good? We don't know. Probably not, but a lot of people will play it. The reason I hope that the game comes out in 2022/2023 is because at 2024 is my guess, we're going to have Ashes of Creation releasing. If this game, if Archeage 2 releases before Ashes of Creation, they will actually have a decent shot at population and a good, population size for a year or two. They'll hook people in, suck people into the game, get them absorbed, get them established in this game, and so that they're like sunken cost fallacy where they put so many hours, they don't want to abandon their characters. And that's kind of like what happened with Legacy Archeage, is that so many people put so much hours and money into the game. They just, it's an okay game, but I don't want to waste all that time and money. Like, if I quit now, then it looks like I wasted, X amount of dollars and X amount of hours, etc., etc. So that's that sunken cost fallacy. And if they get the head start, if this game releases before Ashes of Creation, they definitely can steal a whole bunch of players from that game. If the game launches after Ashes of Creation, and Ashes of Creation is a massive success, the game, Archeage 2 is done. There's nothing. Like, if Archeage 2 comes out after Ashes of Creation, and Ashes of Creation is, no pay to win, like they say, they're doing a good job so far, and they have a great gameplay, fun environments, sub-fee only, it looks better than Archeage. A lot of people are very happy with the graphic designs of Ashes of Creation. I don't think there's any way that you're going to really capitalize. The only thing that could draw people over to Archeage 2 is the naval combat, but with Steven Sharif being a huge Archeage fan, he's definitely going to up his game and make Ashes of Creation's naval combat as close to, if not the same, of Archeage, in my opinion. Like, he's gonna nail that like Archeage. Like, he wants it to be probably just as good, if not better, than what Archeage had for the naval combat. And I can see that being done in that game. So really, Archeage 2 is kind of like dead in the water in North America if it releases after Ashes of Creation. On the good news is that it does look like that 2024 is going to be probably the earliest that Ashes of Creation will release. There's just so much work to be done and had in that game. And if they release it any earlier, I don't think it's going to be a polished, good game. And it's going to turn a lot of people off. It'll be more of a cash grab. Like, hey, here we go. Here's the game. Start paying your subscription fee. It won't be flushed out. It won't be good at that point. Like, if they release it in 2 years, so you're going to see the Alpha 1 stuff coming up fairly soon. That's in a few months. And then, like, the private backers are going to get to actually, like, the bigger backers, 1,000 to 2,500 plus backers, get their private Alpha 1 preview in December, I believe it is. So, like, they'll give their feedback on systems, gameplay, interactions, and so forth, bugs. And it's not going to be ready. Right now, it's not going to be ready for public consumption. There is still the NDA on it. You can't stream it. You can't really talk about it for like the Alpha 1 preview. And there's a reason for that. It's not ready for the population to see it. It's not in a state where they're happy about showing it off. They're hoping that it's ready for, public consumption. It would look like what March, January, February, March of next year, when they release the no NDA and you can just stream and record Alpha 1. Like then. So there's still about 6-ish months away from that point, bearing any delays. And that's Alpha 1. That's like, okay, we're proud of our work. We can let you see it now. Whereas they still have a long road to go after that. There's so many systems, so much balancing that needs to be done. The scope of Ashes of Creation is huge, and that's why I think it's going to get pushed to 2024. I always recommend, too, that you think that these games are going to take a long time, and if they beat your expectations, you're happy. So if Ashes of Creation, for example, beats the 2024 release window, in my mind, I'll be happy. I'll be pleasantly surprised if it comes out as a good game and it's not rushed. And there's no reason for it to be rushed because there's no publisher. There's no one that you have to, like, suits that you have to talk to and like get money from and like meet their demands. You got no investors really like that. It's all pretty much Steven Sharif and his team doing his vision of what he wants, taking some feedback from players and, other developers and things like that, and just rolling all this together into a game that he is really proud of and he would have loved to play as a player himself. So that is probably the best thing, and that's why I think that the game will succeed. I think Ashes of Creation will be great because he's a hardcore MMORPG player first, and so he won't release a game that isn't up to his standards of, like, I would want to play this game. I would want to be playing this game for the next 5 years. I would want to be playing this game for the next 10 years. He would not release a game that doesn't meet that standard, in my opinion. That's just how I feel about him. I've talked to him several times, and I just don't believe that he's going to just rush something out there. He's going to bring out a quality product that is, above average, above all these other Kickstarter games that we have. We have Crowfall right now, who's chugging along, doing okay. Yeah. It's doing okay. It's still ways out there. Our customization is getting great. There's tons of customization, tons of different classes, but it's still kind of clunky. The performance is still, there's a lot of work to still be done. And the game is supposed to be a very basic MMORPG, but it's still taking them, 6-7 years now to develop this, easy, quote unquote, basic MMORPG that doesn't have, the storyline, that doesn't have PvE elements, really. So, and And then you have Camelot Unchained, which just completely failed. Those are the two big MMORPGs that came from Kickstarter. And then all the other little ones that were just really shitty, that just people, kind of pissed away money at. So, like, but they are pretty much Kickstarter's only solid MMORPG, in my opinion. But we are still far, far away from seeing that. But just the quality level, the amount of polish that we're already seeing in these early alpha builds and footage from Steven Sharif shows that this game, he's not trying to put out a cheap game. He's putting out a game that's $50+ million. And he's putting out a game that he wants to be proud of. Something that can, like I said, stand the test of time. So we will see how this works out. It's going to be a very interesting 2021 because New World's coming out in 2021. And the latest reviews on New World have actually been pretty decent. So they've added some new content, spiced things up a little bit. So we'll see. So in my opinion, we're going to have New World in 2021. There's also Blue Protocol that is kind of running around there. There's the new Phantasy Star Online. I don't know what the heck they're calling it anymore, but Phantasy Star Online like 2.5 or whatever comes out next year as well. So not truly a huge MMO. It's more of like the lobby kind of game where you can play with, 4 or 8 people or whatever it is, 10 people in a zone. And then you can have a ship where you have a decent amount of people on the ship and you can see them. So, like, there's going to be a decent amount of MMOs coming out next year. Crowfall might release officially in the end of 2021, is my guess right now. And then 2022 and 2023 could be open. It could be open for, an Aeon 2 or an Aeon Classic coming out or anything Aeon related. It could also be open for, like, something from WoW. WoW could be releasing a new MMORPG in that time. Archeage 2 would be great to be fit in that slot. Like, if it released in that 2022, 2023, where there's nothing else releasing, and it looks and plays pretty good. And then again, I think around 2024, you have Ashes of Creation. So, let's see. I'm excited for the future of the genre here. Are you excited? What games are you looking forward to? I will talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching.